our first congressional candidate that's here that I would like to speak. I'd like to introduce you. He's currently the district attorney in Henderson County, and we're going to turn it over to District Attorney Jeff Hunt. Thanks, Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff Hunt. I just found out I have 5 minutes to talk to you, but I'm not going to do that to you. I hope you will be relieved at that. I'm the district attorney in Brevard, that's Transylvania, Polk, Henderson. I used to have McDowell and Rutherford before the Democrats split the district to try to get rid of me unsuccessfully. I've been the DA for 18 years. Many of you know my wife Margaret. We've been married for it'll be 36 years next month, uninterrupted. I'm proud of that. Sometimes I don't know how proud she is that she's been married to me that long. She sends her regards. Some of the people in this room are well familiar with her. My thought is, I've been fighting for 18 years to bring accountability to people who committed crimes. I've represented people in North Carolina for 18 years as the DA in the 29th District. I feel like we've got to get that kind of accountability back in Washington, and that's one of the reasons I'm running. None of the candidates have the kind of resume that I do. I've been elected 5 times. The people in my district have trusted me to exercise the really significant power that a district attorney has to exercise. And they've done that 5 times. I'm in my 18th year, as I mentioned. The issue that really tipped the scale for me was the unsustainable debt and the national debt. You all know in this room that we can no longer borrow 40 cents on the dollar from China to do the things that we do with the federal government. We've got to cut spending, not raise taxes. We've got to grow the private sector. We can't drain money out of the private sector by raising taxes, because the private sector is where our jobs are created. Government doesn't create jobs. The private sector does. So we've got to do everything to keep money circulating in the private sector. We've got to remove the hurdles of the tidal wave of regulations that the federal government has laid on our doorstep in terms of businesses in this country. During the Reagan years, we rolled back thousands of regulations that we didn't need. We've got to do that again, and the congressperson who goes to Washington from the 11th has got to focus on that. We've got to balance the budget by dropping spending and not by tax increases. As I said, we've got to repeal Obamacare. But the last thing I'd like to mention in closing is, Mr. President, build the Keystone Pipeline. Gas is very shortly going to be $4 a gallon. It's going to be in excess of $4 a gallon by August. That bakes into the pie a double dip recession. It's almost now a done deal that we're going to have a recession this summer if that gasoline price doesn't drop. Build the pipeline. Mr. President, drill in the Gulf where we're letting Cuba and Venezuela drill. Put the drills right next to theirs. The platforms can be there. Mr. President, let us build nuclear power plants with the newest, smaller reactors, which are much less dangerous, both in terms of terrorism and in terms of if there's a radiation leak because of an accident. Mr. President, let us build new nuclear reactors. Mr. President, let us develop our shale oil. Mr. President, let us bring in oil produced from oil sand from Canada. Those are the things that are on my mind right now. I hope you'll keep an eye on our campaign. I'm Jeff Hunt. I'm running for Congress from your and my district. That's the 11th District of North Carolina. Thank you.